Welcome back. I'm the Professor, and let's use AI to write some blogs and articles. Let's get on with it. Okay, here we are in Chat GPT. Remember, we set up our Chat GPT in the last video so that it knows what we like and how we like it. So let's work out now how we become an expert blogger. So I'm going to start with a prompt. You're an expert blogger. Set out the key steps I need to make to write an amazing blog. Let's see what we get. So it responds to me. It knows I'm the Professor. Remember, we put that in the last one. And it gives me the key things I need to do to write an amazing, compelling, thoughtful blog that people are going to be interested in reading, and the style, etc. So it's giving me, it's acting as a mentor to me to teach me how to be a great blogger. So that's the first thing that we do to get these, to get the steps we need to do to be able to create a great blog. Okay, let's start building the prompt that will help us to write this blog. So first of all, we need to define the purpose, and we need to choose that compelling topic. So here I've written for ChatGPT, the goal of my blog is to write 500 words that persuades my readers of the benefits of skills training to support the levelling up of the UK economy. This is something I'm passionate about. How do we make those areas outside of London and the southeast really vibrant with great industries, etc.? And I think skills training is one of the key things we can do to ensure that that happens. Okay, so now we want to make sure that the structure of the blog is fine through creating an outline of the blog, and we want to make sure that ChatGPT does the research that we need for that blog. So here we go. Let's add to the prompt. So identify the key reasons why skills can support economic development and ensure these are fully referenced. Structure the blog clearly, ensuring there is a narrative thread throughout. Okay, now we need to craft a catchy title and write an engaging introduction. So to add to the prompt, we're going to say, craft me a catchy title and make sure the article is SEO friendly so it can be picked up by search engines, and ensure the hook clearly sets out the thesis for the blog. Okay, so now we've created the outline, crafted a catchy title, and talked about the introduction. Let's develop the body of the document by increasing this prompt again. So here we're now going to add in, use subheadings for the blog, write clearly and concisely for a business audience, ensure each point is supported with data, quotes, and examples, all fully referenced. Okay, so we're getting near to the end of creating this prompt. So we want it to conclude and edit and proofread the blog. So we're going to add to the prompt to say, in the summary, recap the main points and include a call to action. Ensure a full grammar and spelling check, and ensure the blog is in UK English. Often ChatGPT writes in American English, which is very annoying. And then to get the blog out of ChatGPT, create a downloadable Word document of the finished blog. Okay, so we've built our prompt. Let's see what we get. Remember, so there's the whole prompt, and while ChatGPT is working, remember that this is the free version of ChatGPT. We've set it up. It knows who we are. It knows how we like things to happen. We have built a prompt based on the advice of ChatGPT on how to create a fantastic blog. We've asked it to give us a file that we can download at the end of it. So let's see what it produces. Here we go. So it's created a nice snazzy title, Levelling Up the UK Economy, the Power of Skills Training. And it's producing a blog. I assume it's 500 words. It should be fully referenced. It has a conclusion, as we asked it to do. And it's produced all the references for us at the end. Now, will it produce a file that we can download? Looks like it hasn't done that. So usually it would give me a file at the bottom, but I'm just going to check whether there's something different here. And here we have so you can download the document at the link below it, put it at the top rather than at the bottom. So clicking that will give us a downloadable file. There it is. And we can open that file. And here we go. Here's the file. I've opened it up in Word. You can see the title that it's given us, and it is editable. We can change it. We can reformat it. What I would suggest now is that I'm going to go through this and check the references that I was given, just to make sure that the information that ChatGPT gave us is absolutely correct. Remember, ChatGPT will only give you, I think, 80% of what you need. You need to use your own mind to make sure that it's right, it's crafted in the right way, it has the right voice for you, and it is using real facts and figures. So it won't give you everything. I wouldn't just post this now myself. I need to go through it, check it, and make sure it's right, and that it's written in the right way. Interestingly, organisation there is written with an S, so it has written in UK English rather than American English with a Z. Okay, so we've got our blog and we've got our references, and one of the first things I would do is go through these references and just check they're real, that they do say what they say in the blog, and that you're happy with them. Now, one of the things you can do is you can cut and paste this and put it into Google Scholar. Here we are. Here's the first one. And interestingly, when you look through this, there are lots of things there that are around skills and etc. and the social value of work, but I can't find that document. In terms of this second one, it is there. Shaping Social Mobility, Education and Employment. So I can go to that document. But we've already seen that some of those documents are actually quite difficult to find. So Social Mobility Commission, the long shadow of deprivation. Let's go into here. This is the one that the long shadow of deprivation. You have to go quite a long way down to find the right document. You find the document and you can go to it. And there you go. There's the document, so you can check it and see whether it's there. But clearly, those citations are not 100% right. So what I'm going to do now is ask it to regenerate this, but I want full citations, and see if it can also give me links. So here we go. I've crafted a new prompt. The blog is great, but now give me full APA citations with links to the websites and papers you refer to so they can be easily checked. Let's see what we get. Very nice. It calls me Professor. Here we go. Here are the full citations. Much better. And where it's been retrieved from. So here we go. We've got the links. I've copied them and pasted them in. And this is interesting. So the first one, I get an error page. Can't find it. That's no good. Then I've got the long shadow deprivation. I think we found that. Yes, there it is. I can use that. I can look at it. Then there was the future of work, jobs and skills. And I think we've got that, future of work, jobs and skills. And then finally, World Economic Forum, future of jobs report. And I think we've got that as well. So we got 3 out of the 4. So you see why it's really important that you check the references. You have to add your knowledge in to make the blog work. Absolutely never just generate it in Chat GPT and then upload it. Okay, so we've got our blog, we've checked it, we've looked at the references to make sure we're happy with it. Now to finish it off, we probably need some sort of image. So I'm going to ask ChatGPT to create an inspiring landscape image. Don't want it portrait, I want a landscape image to accompany the blog that shows diversity. If you don't say that, you often get a lot of people who are all white, I'm afraid. Shows diversity, includes references to part of the UK outside of London and the southeast. No point in having red buses in there. And highlights future skills requirements. And I particularly want it to think about green skills. So let's see what we get. So this will use a different tool in ChatGPT called DALL-E, D-A-L-L-E. And that is the tool that's embedded within ChatGPT that can create visual documents, visual bits for your document. Okay. And it has produced a landscape image with just words in it. Okay, so it's given me a word cloud, which is not what I want at all. I want a picture. Let's see if we can, if we regenerate, we might get something different. Okay, this is interesting. So as I've said, this is the free version of ChatGPT, which means it doesn't give you all of the tools that you would have in the paid version. I also have the paid version, so I am able to produce a picture, but also it's shown us that I've now reached the data analysis limit for this version, and I'm going to have to wait until 5 o'clock tomorrow before I can do any more on this particular version of ChatGPT. So what it's suggesting I do is that I upgrade the plan. And given we're here, let's upgrade that plan. Let's have a look at what that plan would look like. So currently, to upgrade the plan to give me access to DALL-E, so currently I don't have it. That's why it wasn't giving me the picture. It will cost me $20 US a month. I'm not going to do that now because I want to keep this as a free account so that when I show you how to operate with ChatGPT, you can see it from the free version. Okay, so here's the downloaded version of the blog that it produced before it stopped when it reached its cap. Empowering the UK economy, the crucial role of skills training, and it's produced me around 500 words, a bit less than 500 words. It's broken it down into the subheadings that I had suggested that it did. It talks about the benefits and produces a conclusion onto why skills training is really important, and there is a call to action at the end. So I can go through this, edit it, make sure it's absolutely right, check more of the references, add in my twist to the particular story, and then upload that to something like LinkedIn as a piece of content. Okay, there we have it. That was interesting. So we got to the capacity of the free Chat GPT. I think we produced a pretty good blog, but it's going to take quite a lot of work to get it right. We weren't able to produce a document because we didn't have the paid version. So we've learned quite a lot, but that's how you can use Chat GPT to build a prompt to create some written work, some articles, etc., for you to operate with, and clearly save an enormous amount of time in putting the article together, to getting the right research, etc. But remember, you have to put your input in. It's no good just leaving it all up to Chat GPT. As we've seen, it will make things up. It will put references in that you can't then find. That's no good. You will have to add your expertise into it to make that perfect blog, but it will help you along the way. If you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to share and subscribe and ring the bell so that you get access to other videos. And if you want me to do a real life test of some other activity, then let me know in the comments below and I'll get onto it, and that will be in one of the future videos. So goodbye for now.